Hello everyone, it is Sue here. I am glad that you're here with me. We're going to continue on and do our second page in this ledger book. This is the ledger book that I got from Tuesday morning. And I did one page so far, and there is a video for it that you can definitely check out. And I really liked this whole thought process, right? So I wanted to do like the opposite of the regular type of collaging that I do. And I started with one big piece and then I just added around it. I didn't know it was going to come out exactly like this, but I happen to like it like a lot. So I like it. So I'm going to go with this same thought process on this page. And one of my major goals in this is to keep, like, I don't want it chunky, right? So I don't want to add a lot of anything, right? I want to keep the ledger as flat as possible. And that's hard for me to do, actually. But the piece that I have on the ledger right now, I'm pretty sure I got this at Joggles.com. And it's a decoupage piece, and I just think it's so pretty. And it was maybe a 1/2 inch longer, which was a little too long for me. And so I did cut that off a little bit. So I'm using my Liquitex matte medium, and I just want to get that first piece down. So if you're enjoying this, I would love to have you subscribe. I would. And let me know if you're playing in your ledger book as well, because I know they can be a little intimidating just because of the size that most of them are. Just curious. I mean, there's so much you could do in them, right? But, all right, so I put the matte medium underneath, and I am going to put a layer on top. I definitely do feel that it helps it to adhere. Now, this is just like regular paper in the ledger itself, so it's not treated. I don't have any clear gesso or anything on it. So, as I add all of this matte medium, I can see it buckling just a little bit, but that will go away when it's dry. Okay, so this is a beautiful, what do you call it? Oh, it just went right out of my head, and I used to have one too. Oh, well, I'm going to call it a body form. What the heck is the name of it? But anyways, I'll think of it. And so it's very, with the gears and all of that, it's very steampunk-ish. And I just thought it was super pretty. And I've had it for a while. I actually got this many months ago. So I pulled out different items. So one of the things that I did to prepare for this page is I took some deli paper and I took some of my stamps that have clocks on them and some brown paint, and I stamped onto the deli paper. And then I also had this book page, and I stamped more onto the book page. So I would like to pull in some of that. I have this. I have this. It's like I'm sure it's from a book. I do have some of the Renia foil. We'll see if we can get that on there. I don't want it to be thick though, so I'll have to see if I can get the pieces I'm going to use super flat. I do have these alphas that I'd like to try to get on there. Excuse me. And I have some deli plated papers and some more deli plated papers. So we'll see. Let's see. I think I want to wait until more the end on this because I would like that to really show. So maybe I'll start with, I actually like this piece. And if you look at this and then putting that on top of it, I think it's going to look really nice because there's a contrast. Like I could use this piece of deli paper. I mean, I like that too, but there's not as much contrast. So I think I'm going to start with this piece. And I do like that it'll pick up that more, you know, autumnal colors in there. So I'll go ahead and just tear this into some smaller pieces, and we'll go ahead and get this down. And I do think, well, should I add some paint? You know what, but this just is not that kind of a page, right? It's, trust me, I love, you guys know, I love my paints. But this to me is just a whole different look. It's just a whole different thing. I do want to be careful. Like, I don't know that I want to cover this clock up here in the corner, so I'll think about that. I don't know. We'll see. And yeah, so I'm just going to kind of place those there. And I think I'll pull in, I actually like this as well because it has some blue. There is a little bit of blue throughout on that main piece along with the other colors. There's not a lot of color on this. And I like that. I like that for this particular piece because I do want the focal piece to stay the focal piece. And here we go. All right. So I'll tear up some of these and I'm just very loosely, you know, placing them around. I don't know if I can get a piece up there. I probably have to move the book down for you, and I will do that. All right. All right. Actually, I'm liking that quite a bit. So that's what I'm going to start with. So I'll start, I guess, on the bottom. So I'll move this up a little bit, making sure that you can see. I'm going to move these off and just start getting them down. All right. I do have my window open if you hear cars going by. It's such a rainy night here in New Jersey. Oh my gosh. Coming home from work, it's like, I don't know. You know, it's like everybody was like turning around on the roads. It's like, did you like forget where you're going? Like, why are you turning around? There's going to be traffic everywhere. I mean, I don't know if, you know, how it is in the areas that you all live in, but where I live in New Jersey, once one of the major highways around here backs up, everything backs up. It's just the way it is. So I don't know where you think you're going to go, but you're going to sit no matter where that is. So I don't know. And of course, I was a few minutes late picking up Madison from aftercare, but it all worked out. All right, so I'm still putting all this down. This focal piece has so much different interesting areas of it. You know, the clocks, right? There's a little dress form down here. Mannequin. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of mannequin. All right. So let's see. I'll continue over here. And I'm still just a little bit run down from being sick. You know, at work all day, it's like you kind of like cough all day long. So, but I'm feeling so much better. And in my last video, well, I don't know if it'll be the last video, the one that posted on Wednesday, everybody was so kind with such sweet little comments that, you know, you were happy that I felt better, and that made me happy. All those awesome little comments. Loved it, loved it, loved it. All right, so let's see, let's put this here. Again, I'm trying not to cover up too much here. That's going over the page. I think I'm gonna have to cut that, but for now, I can just leave it there. And I'll put a piece over here. I so much want to get out my paints and just go crazy on this page. I have to tell you, I really do. But I'm not going to, because this isn't the journal for that. Or at least it isn't right now. We'll see. Sorry. Sorry. All right, so let's get some of these on here now. And let's see what we're gonna do with these. Oh, that's kind of nice. I like actually going on to the focal piece just a little bit more. So I'll do that. So if you have, like, if you work with napkins a lot and you save like the second and or third ply, you know, obviously depending on how many plies it has, but if you save those and, you know, you can stamp on them or even stamp into paint like I did with these, and just let them dry, and then you have some really fun collaging pieces to use on one of your projects. And the other thing that I do is I'll make drop paper, you know, so I'll take some paper and I'll put sprays or whatever onto it and then let that dry. So I'll have like a big piece of paper with all kinds of sprays or paint or whatever is on it, and then I'll do the same thing. I'll take out stamps and I'll stamp and stuff on it, and it just makes for great collaging pieces. I do like this very much, but I don't know where I would put it on here. So I think I'm just gonna kind of put that to the side, and I'll use that on something else. I have this. See, I can tell you right now that the Rhinea foil, gosh, it would look so, look at how beautiful it looks with the brown in that focal piece. But if I do that, let me tear off a little piece. If I do that, oh, you know what? I really do like that. I can put like just little pieces here and there. So this, I don't know if I'm going to use. All right, you know what? I'm going to do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's funny, you know, you don't know until you try. You don't know. All right, I like that. And I do have videos on how I made these, and you can certainly This I made in one of my Rita Bearcat design team videos. So if you're searching, or I can try to remember to put them below. I could do that as well. Put the links below for you. I use this foil often. I like it very, very, very much. All right. I'm kind of doing it. I don't necessarily mean to, but I can tell I'm kind of doing the same on both sides. Not that I mean to, but... All right. So let's see. Do I want more than that? I think I need another piece because I don't want it to look too exact. Maybe I'll put a piece over here. All right. Yeah. Excuse me. Got the coughing going on. Got the coughing going on. I'm going to put another piece over here. I definitely have to get some more of this Liquitex. Oh my goodness. Didn't take me long to go through that bottle. Let me see. Let me see. I think I'm going to put a little piece up here. You know, you have to just kind of play, right? Just play. Kind of step back for a second and look at it and figure out if there's anything else you would like to add. All right, this should be the last piece. So it is kind of symmetrical. Almost. Almost. Okay, so I'm going to put this long piece over here. Whoops, the whole thing moved. All right, I like that. I'm glad I added it. I think it really makes the focal piece pop for sure. I'm glad I did it. Okay, so that's that. Excuse me. You know, I'm gonna dry this a little bit, and I think what I would like to do is maybe add alphas to every page in here. Not that I have to, but so I'm gonna see if there are some letters I can put on here. And on the first page, I did add some glitter glue. Like if I start adding sprays and stuff, oh, I know something I can do. Okay, all right, I have a plan. We have 2 more steps to this and then we're done. And this is drying fairly quickly because there's not a whole bunch on here. Oh, you definitely want to make sure you're not sticking to the pages underneath like I am. Excuse me. And one thing that I realized, especially after I finished the first page, is the way this particular ledger is, it's very distressed looking around like the edges. I just love that. And I think that it adds to the piece that you're working on. I just love it. It just adds that distressed, very, I want to say antique-ish, you know, look to it. So, yep. So I'm just going to add a few alphas around the page. Because really, who has alphas? Oh my gosh, I have alphas. Years ago when I was into scrapbooking, and everybody, and maybe they still do, would go to like Marshall's and TJ Maxx and that kind of thing. And, you know, sometimes they would really hit like a good, you know, time where they had like a lot of thickers. I have got thickers like you wouldn't believe. I've had them for years, years and years. And I love them. I just don't use alphas very much. So adding something like this, you know, the alphas onto a page like this, I think works really, really, really well. All right, so let me hold this up so far, and then I'm going to add one more thing to it. I do want to go ahead, I'm sorry, as I got up, I moved my camera. I just want to cut this piece off right here because it is sticking over the edge. Oh, and you know what? So I'm on this kick about getting like my monthly bills down, right? Because why not? Like, why am I paying maybe not extra for my monthly bills, but if I can get them down, why not? So I'm on this kick, and I'm going to turn around for a second because there's something I want to look for. So I'm on this kick where so I called my cable company, and sorry, I'm looking for the colors. I called my cable company and I got rid of my TV service, so all I have is the internet now, and I saved like $85 doing that a month. And I got Hulu, so I'm using Hulu without commercials. That's only $12 a month. So I'm like, why didn't I do this before? So anyway, so I also called my car insurance to see, you know, how I can reduce that monthly cost. So this is the kick I'm on. The next one is my phone bill to see, you know, what I can do there, if anything. So that's what I'm doing. So as you saw, I pulled out a couple distress stains. And this is the last piece I'm going to do. I'm just going to go around the page and add in, because it has the dauber, right? It has the dauber and dauber, I don't know, whatever. It's like, I don't know. That always confused me. Is it a dabber or a dauber or what is it? I don't know. So, okay, so that was the antique bronze. And I'm also going to put this color on, which is also antique bronze, and they look totally different. So let's see if it's really different. This one looks much browner to me, and it is. But they're called the exact same thing. Totally different color. This is brown. Funny. So this just adds another element to the page, right? That visual I want to say texture, right? Interest. And yeah, I like it. And it's not adding any dimension. And you know what? I think I'm done. Another easy peasy, amazing. This ledger just really, I think, helps make everything look so pretty. So I'll hold it down here, and then I'll hold it up closer and go slow. So we'll start on this side. So you can see the focal piece, all the pieces that I collaged. The alphas. I put an S up at the top for me. And of course the dabbers and those circles. So pretty fun. Fun page. I like this. I really like this whole like concept because it's easy, right? Because you're putting a big piece down and that takes up a lot of the page in itself is that big focal piece. Like I did this. This was from a In Style magazine, and this is that decoupage piece from, like I said, I think Joggles. And oh my gosh, you know, I already have out what I'm going to do on the next page, but I'm not going to show you, but it's something different again. So that's it. So I hope that you enjoyed. It's good to be back. And I will see you very soon. And please go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. And hit that like button and leave me a comment. Okay. All right. Love you guys. Bye.